My name is Benjamin Mchwampaka. I'm the Executive Secretary or the CEO of Tanzania Chamber of Mines. Yeah, the Chamber of Mines is an association who its members are the large-scale mining companies, those who are having special mining licenses, the medium-scale mining companies, those who have mining licenses, the companies owning exploration licenses, and the service providers in the mining industry. So we are the association which engage and lobby to the government on behalf of our members to make sure that our members do operate in a conducive environment. So we represent the members in the mining industry, in the large and medium scale mining space. Tanzania is endowed with a lot of minerals, but now specifically on the critical minerals, we have also plenty of minerals. To start with, we have a lot of graphite deposits, and we have more than 5 projects which are at a very advanced stage. They are currently mobilizing financing so that they can start mining construction. So for graphite, we believe from now until 2026, maybe if they all come into production, Tanzania will be maybe like number 3 in Africa in terms of graphite production. But we also have lithium, we have nickel, we have cobalt, we have manganese, and we have rare earth minerals. So there are a lot of activities going on, and we believe we'll be having several projects in the future in terms of those projects which are actually, mining critical minerals. So I think from that point of view of potentiality, we think Tanzania is a significant country as far as critical minerals is concerned. So on the nickel, we have a huge project in a place called the Kabanga in Ngara, that's the northwestern part of Tanzania, whereby Life Zone Metals is exploring that project. They have reached the definitive feasibility study. It's an investment of 1.6 billion US dollars. That's a mining project alone. But they have also another component of processing. We call it multi-metal refinery. This is supposed to be an investment of around 600 million US dollars. So this multi-metal refinery will be processing nickel, cobalt, copper, and other such minerals which are found in the region, which could also be brought into that facility for processing. So that's a huge project. On the graphite, we have a project like a project being developed by BlackRock. The local name of the project is Faru Graphite. It is in Mahenge. That one has also gone to an advanced stage. We believe probably by next year they will start mining. We also have another one. It's called the Lindi Jumbo in the south. It's owned by Walkabout. That one have started production already. They have produced more than 3,000 tons as of now under pilot. We believe possibly before end of this year they will be in full-scale production. We have Ecograph project in Morogoro as well. We have a project being developed by Uranex in the Lindi region. We have Volt Resources. They're also having another project in the Lindi region. So I would say we have about 5 or so very advanced and significant projects in the graphite. On the rare earth, we have a project at Ngwala location in Songwe district, which being developed by Peak Resources in joint venture with the Shenge Resources of China. It's also a project which is about to go. They will soon start mining construction. So we have a lot of those projects which we think that put Tanzania in the map in terms of critical minerals. In my opinion, those projects are very critical because, as you can see now, when Tazara comes all the way to Zambia and then it may join the Lobito corridor, so that means shipping of the critical minerals in a bulk form would entirely depend on the availability of those infrastructures. So most of the critical minerals are in remote areas. So if you have such infrastructures in place, that means you facilitate the economics and development of those projects. So we believe they will make a lot of impacts in terms of bringing equipment even for downstream processing, which is actually the policy of the government. We want now most of the minerals to be beneficiated in countries. So importation of equipment for different technologies for processing I believe the Lobito corridor and the Tazara connecting would make a lot of impact. We are encouraging our members as much as possible to bring in the technology to the country. I've given an example of Life Zone, whereby they are now about to twin with the BHP to construct the multi-metal refinery. That's one example of the in-country beneficiation. The government has set aside what we call special economic zones, and we are encouraging our members to link up, to team up with the local entrepreneurs to make sure that they are establishing, beneficiation facilities into the country. Our members could bring in the capital and the technology, and they team up with the local entrepreneurs to set up such facilities. And even now, most of the suppliers of goods and services in the mining project, mining companies who are the chambers of the mines, there are those which are local content compliant, mostly by Tanzania. So we are trying to make sure that Tanzanians do participate in the downstream value chain. And now that the critical minerals have come as an opportunity, I think most of our members will make sure that they are trying as much as possible to set up in-country facilities for minerals beneficiation. I think this event is important because now that's when all countries in the sub-region do meet together. We also have the common agenda of making sure that our countries are leveraging on the endowment in critical minerals. They make sure they are aligning their policies to ensure that the policies are complementing each other. We don't have to compete one country from the other. Instead, we should collaborate, harmonize our policies, make sure that when we say in-country beneficiation, each country should look at that issue as critical to all. We should also look at the way of removing barriers between the countries so that if one country has got a processing facility, for example, it should be easy for the neighboring country to export the minerals for beneficiation to the facilities which is already made into a neighboring country. We should leverage on our country's competitive or comparative advantage so that we move together as SADC countries or as African countries. And I believe we can make it because we are heavily endowed. We need to put our resources together. We need to exchange technologies to make sure that we are harnessing the benefits of the critical minerals that we have been blessed with as Africa.